The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder.
Brutal news for...
The Heat came into the building looking sharp, but it's going to take more than a good wardrobe to get this win tonight on the road. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express and with tip. Great stuff, DA. Thank you. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Let's take a look at Dallas. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum.
And you know, for the Mavericks, they haven't needed any time to find their footing this season. The guys gelled right away. The coaching staff has done a terrific job. It's been a dream start to the year for them.
It's been nice to see the early puzzle pieces come together, complement one another, and they've really gotten off to a hot start.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Hero. Jabari Parker is out there with Adebayo. And it's Justice Winslow. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. And for the Mavericks, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Then there's Doncic, and it's George in at the 1. Early part of the season, Brett, did you take a while to get back in the swing of things, or were you ready to go out of the gates?
In order to stay in the NBA, Kevin, no, I could not do that.
Right, yeah.
I could not do that.
You played 14
I know,
years.
But I loved coming into training camp being in tip-top shape. It really was something I took a lot of pride in, is that I wanted to be going so that our practices for our coaching staff was something we could get through. Now, I understood the role of other guys on the team where it might take a little while for them to get going, but for my mindset and my confidence in the year, I wanted to make sure that the off-season and the work that I was putting in, because that's where players improve the most, I was going to come into camp ready to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
And the pass to Van Vliet. Back to Parker. Adebayo kicks to Parker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Van Vliet. No good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient, Greg, on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Parker drives in, lays it up, and banks it in. Parker's got his second bucket tonight.
Man, that's tough. Parker, a muscular guy, but great body control to bury that shot near the hoop.
From deep, George, good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
That one good for 2.
But you got to just be in position, and that time Jabari was deep enough and pretty much game over for the D.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes. Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Passes it to Doncic. And here's George for 3. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for Luka Doncic. Nunn passes to Baines. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's George. Again, the Mavericks score.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Baines from down in the low post. It goes.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Back to George. From deep. Another three for Dallas.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Miami. 8-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
It would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. They put up a good fight. And they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Porter's checked in for Porzingis.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Robinson passes to Nunn. They get it again. Shots good by Baines. Baines has got 6.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
The three from George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
On the court for Miami here in the second, we've got Aaron Baines. Olynyk is out there with Robinson. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Nunn in at the point. Tipped away. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. DeLon Wright. He's checked in for the He's shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
On the free throw, no good. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them get after a little bit.
George with the bucket.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
The Heat trail by 3. Nunn passes to Winslow. Here's Hero, defended by George. Parker outside. Takes the 13-footer. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
Hero, no good. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here is Parker. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Beyond the arc. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's it for the first half. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start.
Focus.
Yeah.
All right. Can't let up.
Can't let up. Gotcha.
All right. These guys are going to pounce.
All right.
All right. I got to go talk to coach.
All right. Do you think?
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Dallas leading by 6.
Well, Miami always has the reputation of going after guys who have a tremendous amount of grit and toughness. This team, still an example of that, as Eric Spoelstra is pulling and tugging at the fibers of these guys to get out there and consistently compete. That is something that both Spoelstra and Pat Riley, as president of the team, will always look for.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Van Vliet passes to Hero. Back to Van Vliet. Now Winslow. No points in the game yet for him. Deflects the pass. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Doncic. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. And probably Pat Riley's crowning achievement, assembling the big 3 in Miami.
Well, an unbelievable summer that had the league just flipping its collective lid as LeBron James joined Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh down in Miami. Generational talents coming together to the tune of 2 NBA titles.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
You gotta be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Seth Curry in for Luka Doncic. And then for Miami, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Jabari Parker. Robinson is subbed in for Winslow.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Pass to Hero. That's tipped. They break it out, 5 on 3. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. And Miami with a change here, too. Nunn's checked in. Now here's Van Vliet, defended by George. Robinson left side. Out left to the wing. Van Vliet. Miami no good on that time either.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
A minute 50 left in the third. And the Heat call time here. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing,
popcorn, right
and the
next to it.
popcorn.
Hot
What
dog
else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
Right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All
with
a part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Nunn. Drops in the layup for two. Nunn's got his first bucket of the night.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by Dallas.
Curry finds George. Misses the three. The Heat trail by 20. 1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Baines. Van Vliet up top. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Let's take a moment now to recognize a player who has been incredible lately, and it's earned him Western Conference Player of the Month.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Mavericks making a switch here. Lights checked in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Then for the Heat, Bam Adebayo's checked in for Olynyk, and it's Justin Winslow in for Fred Van Vliet. Here's Nunn, and the layup's good off the glass. Nunn's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
The three from George bangs home the trifecta. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Nunn, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Nunn's got 6.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's George, and it's off the back rim, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And so it's Dallas controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. They've got Jabari Parker. He's out there with Robinson. Justice Winslow out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at shooting guard.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
From deep, George. They grab their own miss. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. George has got 42 in the game. Here's Nunn. He kicks to Winslow. Not many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super team?
Well, I think it makes it easier. because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there?
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Mavericks leading by 21. Porzingis at the elbow. That one, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Offensive rebound. Here's Parker. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Your small forward stays active like Jabari Parker did that time down low. You'll get second chance opportunities.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Powell, he's checked in for Wright. Heroes checked in for Miami. And Van Vliet comes in for Winslow. And that one's good, George.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Here's Hero. Guarded by Doncic. Hero passes to Van Vliet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Dallas has gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And that one drops for him. George has got 49 points in the game.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Parker passes to Van Vliet. Adebayo against Powell. Shot clock at 6. Here's Parker. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor. Taking...
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lets it go. And the miss. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. It's been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Appreciated it. And we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K